Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, November 19, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Atlanta Hawks vs Toronto Raptors. I will be picking the Atlanta Hawks and laying the points in this game, -5. Atlanta is 5-3 at home this season, and they will be looking for revenge after the Raptors dominated them on October 31st. Toronto is dealing with some serious injury concerns, as I don't see them having enough talent on the floor to stick with the Hawks. Atlanta is currently holding their opponents to the 8th lowest field goal shooting percentage in the league, as they will continue to apply pressure on the defensive end of the court. The Raptors will be without Siakam and Trent Jr., as I don't see them scoring enough points to cover this spread on the road. Atlanta is also scoring the 11th most points per game and shooting 46.3% from the field, as they will consistently score enough points to pull away throughout this game. Trae Young has been cooking, and so has Murray, as they have one of the best backcourts in the NBA in my opinion. They will consistently score throughout this one and carry their team to another victory at home. Toronto is banged up right now and I just don't see them holding up on the road. They will struggle on both ends of the court and the Hawks will pull away. Pick Atlanta and lay the points, -5. These defenses have been struggling lately as Toronto is giving up 116.3 points in their last 4 games, while Atlanta is allowing 117.7 points in their previous 3 games. The adjusted offensive ratings at dunks and threes show they can do well, as the Raptors are 9th with a 113.5 rating, while the Hawks are 15th in the league with a 112.3 rating. Expect this game to be close and a lot of points to be scored in this game as well, so go with the over 225 here as well. Indiana Pacers vs Orlando Magic. The Indiana Pacers begin a 4-game homestand on Saturday. Indiana is enjoying an encouraging season. Many had this squad finishing at the bottom of the standings, and while it is still early, their performance has been promising considering the production from young players. They defeated the Hornets on Wednesday and were 5.5-point favorites in a 99-91 road win against the Rockets on Friday night. They have covered the spread in 9 consecutive games. Tyrese Haliburton is consistently producing, scoring at least 19 points in 6 out of his last 7 games. The 22-year-old point guard is likely going to have the best season of his 4 years in the NBA. He has accrued an average of 20.6 PPG and 10.4 APG. Benedict Mathurin is an exciting young rookie that is in the Rookie of the Year conversation. The 20-year-old scored 20 points against the Hornets on Wednesday and 15 on Friday. He has logged an average of 19.9 PPG. Jalen Smith has been effective underneath the glass. The young power forward enters with an average of 11 PPG and a team-leading 7.5 RPG and collected a double-double in Friday's victory. The Magic are dealing with injuries as scoring leader Paolo Banchero is likely out again with an ankle injury. Gary Harris made his season debut, but likely won't play big minutes in the second game of a back-to-back. The Pacers have fared well when playing their second game in as many nights, going 2-0 and covered in each win. Furthermore, the Magic continue to stumble, winning just 4 out of their last 10 games. The Pacers have been stellar, logging a victory in 7 out of their last 9 clashes after beating Houston by 8 points on Friday. The Pacers have been as reliable as it gets in the NBA, miraculously covering the spread in 9 consecutive games. The Orlando Magic are in action Friday evening against the Chicago Bulls and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back for this game. On Wednesday night, they were thoroughly dismantled by the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves 126-108. Bol led the Magic with a career-high 26 points and added 12 rebounds in the loss. Jalen Suggs chipped in 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 dimes. They made it a game early into the fourth quarter, cutting the lead to 9. But the Timberwolves were too much inside considering Orlando was short-handed. "We showed grit and toughness in the second half, but you have to bring it for both halves. You can't play 24 minutes of basketball," Suggs said to Associated Press reporters after the Minnesota game. "We have to bring it from the tip." The Magic played without rookie Paolo Banchero and center Wendell Carter Jr., 2 of their top 3 scorers. They are also their top 2 rebounders, which was one of the reasons Rudy Gobert controlled the glass for much of the night. They ended up going 3-4 on their 7-game homestand and sit at an unsightly 4-11 heading into this road trip. The Magic and Pacers are both in action Friday night and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back for this one. You would expect these clubs to be sluggish, but each boasts one of the younger rosters in the league, and they should be fresh enough to put up their typical share of points. Indiana is second in the NBA in pace, and Halliburton along with Mathurin will have a field day at the Fieldhouse against a Magic team, allowing over 112 points per game. Orlando does not score very many points either, averaging a touch over 109 per game, but I anticipate this being a back-and-forth game with minimal defense played. The total is projected higher than usual, but trust it and take the over here. Philadelphia 76ers vs Minnesota Timberwolves. The Philadelphia 76ers are in action Friday night against the Milwaukee Bucks and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back. They had 4 days off before Friday's tilt, so there should not be very many issues regarding injury management or guys sitting out. Joel Embiid had the best game of his career Sunday in a 105-98 win over the Utah Jazz. Embiid scored a career-high 59 points and added 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 blocked shots in the dominant effort. He scored 26 of Philadelphia's 27 points in the fourth quarter, and he became the first player in NBA history with 50 points, 10 boards, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks in a game, since blocks became an official stat. The Timberwolves have been consistent but below expectations on the offensive end to open the year. They average 115.1 points per game and can deploy an inside-out game with Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards doing some serious damage. With that said, they are still hovering around the .500 mark, primarily due to their issues on the defensive end. Entering this game against Philly, they are allowing 115.7 points per game, 23rd in the league. Philadelphia is on the second leg of a back-to-back, but they had 4 days off during the week, so expect Joel Embiid to suit up. Considering they are without James Harden, they need Embiid in the lineup to compete most nights. Minnesota is huge inside with Gobert and Towns, and they will limit Embiid's impact on this game. Take the Timberwolves. With the 76ers on the second leg of a back-to-back, some players may be held out due to conditioning. I do not believe that to be the case, considering they had 4 days off during the week. Without Harden in the lineup and the club hovering around the .500 mark, they need every win they can get. Anthony Edwards has been on a rampage for Minnesota lately. The second-year guard out of Georgia is averaging 21.9 points and 5.8 rebounds on 46.8% shooting and is the driving force on the perimeter for the Timberwolves, who primarily do most of their damage inside. Philadelphia is bottom 5 in pace entering play on Friday, and they will be in that position for much of the season. Take the under with confidence.